I used to stand in front of the gym mirror, arms thin, chest flat, wondering why no matter how much I ate or lifted, nothing seemed to change. I tried every routine I could find, from heavy bench presses to endless curls, and even those fancy splits everyone swore by. Week after week, month after month, the scale barely moved, and the reflection staring back at me felt like a joke. If you're a hard gainer, you know the frustration, the one where your metabolism feels like a furnace, burning through every meal, and the muscles you dream of seem forever out of reach. But after years of trial, error, and embarrassing setbacks, I finally discovered strategies that flipped the script. These aren't the usual eat more and lift heavy cliches. These are advanced methods that are scientifically proven and hard gainer tested, designed to maximize muscle growth. Most people think the solution is simply eating more calories. And yes, a surplus is necessary, but there's a smarter approach. It isn't about shoving junk into your mouth or forcing down food you dislike. I started planning meals like a coach would. I prioritized complex carbs, lean proteins, and healthy fats, sweet potatoes, oats, brown rice, chicken eggs, lean beef, nuts, olive oil, carefully chosen to fuel muscle growth without bloating or sluggishness. Calorie timing became a game changer. Consuming protein-rich meals shortly after a workout dramatically improved my recovery. Adding carbs around training sessions gave me the energy to push harder and lift heavier. For someone who struggles to gain, these small adjustments make a huge difference. Smoothies packed with oats, protein, nut butter, and banana became my secret weapon. They slipped in extra calories without weighing me down, helping me steadily increase my intake without feeling stuffed. When it came to training, I realized lifting heavier wasn't the full answer. I would push my limits on bench presses and squats, but growth was minimal. That's when I learned that progressive overload isn't only about weight. It's about tension, volume, and recovery. I focused on compound movements like squats, deadlifts, bench presses, and rows, but I changed how I approached them. I slowed down the lowering phase, holding each rep for a few seconds at the bottom, and then exploded up. The burn was intense, but the results were undeniable. Instead of hitting each body part once a week, I began training them more frequently. Lighter, controlled sessions became a routine, stimulating muscles more consistently. I started adding exercises for weak points, rear delts, traps, inner chest movements that often go unnoticed but can limit overall development. Face pulls, lateral raises, and cable flies filled gaps in my physique I didn't know existed. Recovery became a lesson in patience. I once believed that more gym time meant faster results, but I discovered that muscles grow outside the gym. Sleep, nutrition, and stress management became just as important as lifting. Prioritizing 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night transformed my strength and performance. Active recovery like walks, stretching, and mobility work helped muscles repair faster and reduce soreness. Managing stress also proved crucial. High cortisol levels can sabotage gains. So meditation and breathing exercises became part of my routine, helping me recover mentally as well as physically. I experimented with supplements, but only as a support system. Whey protein helped me hit daily protein goals. Creatine monohydrate boosted strength and lean mass. Betalanine allowed me to push through hip upsets with less fatigue. Omega-3 South and multivitamins helped fill nutritional gaps and aid recovery. The key was understanding that supplements were tools, not crutches. Food remained the foundation of growth. Beyond the physical, I trained my mindset as hard as my muscles. Hard gainers often give up too soon because progress is slow. I started tracking everything: calories, workout stats, sleep quality, and celebrated even the smallest improvements. Tiny increases in strength, subtle changes in physique, or improved energy throughout the day became victories. Visualization also played a role. Mentally rehearsing lifts improved my technique and focus. Muscle building is as much a mental game as it is a physical one. Patience, consistency, and positive reinforcement are the real secret weapons. When I pieced it all together, I finally saw progress. My nutrition fueled my workouts without stuffing me. My training targeted weak points and maximized tension. Recovery allowed my muscles to repair and grow. Supplements supported my performance. My mindset kept me consistent and motivated. Over time, the results became undeniable. I grew stronger, my arms filled out, my chest developed, and the scale finally reflected the effort I was putting in. If you've ever stared at your reflection and thought, "Why can't I gain muscle like everyone else?" This is the path forward. Hard gainers, it's time to stop guessing and start building. The strategies I used transformed my body, but more importantly, they transformed how I approached fitness. Consistency, intelligence, and patience replace frustration and guesswork. Muscle growth is not an overnight process, but when you implement these strategies, you'll finally start to see the results that seemed impossible before. Every rep, every meal, every recovery session becomes a building block for the body you've been dreaming of. You, Dan T, have to chase perfection. You just have to follow a plan designed to work with your unique body type. Change doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you stop following generic advice and start using techniques tailored for your challenges. If you embrace this approach, the gains that once seemed out of reach will begin to appear. Your strength will increase, your confidence will rise, and the mirror will no longer mock you, it will reflect the transformation you've worked for. For anyone who's struggled to grow, this is your blueprint. Hard gainers, it's time to stop fighting against your genetics and start working with them. Your muscles are capable of more than you think. Just need the right strategies, discipline, and patience. Stick with it, and the results will come.